Hello, everyone.
Hello. Welcome back to the show.
And welcome to Chaos. Did you like that?
We can allow this level of
gayness.
Yes.
I think you should start by doing the abracadabra choreo.
Who?
Just for you.
You asked me that last episode. I said no.
Yeah, but like maybe you change your mindset in, a week.
No.
Why not?
It's
fun.
The choreo isn't even like legendary enough for it to be getting the attention it's getting.
It's getting viral on TikTok.
Because it's been paid for.
Not necessarily. The monsters
you think Bub's Burgers woke up and said, let me do the abracadabra?
Bub's Burger,
Do you think they did that on their own, or do you think they did that because they were paid?
Depends.
Okay, the level of delusion.
No, because like they have gotten paid, of course.
Okay.
But also because a lot of brands, when something goes viral, they jump on the trend because it's the bandwagon.
It wasn't viral when they jumped on the trend.
Okay.
This is the third episode where we started off with Lady Gaga somehow. I spoke to you. Let me finish. I spoke to you earlier,
right?
And I said we spoke about Gaga every single episode. You said no, and here we are.
Abracadabra.
A theme song that how about you use some originality. Come up with a theme song that's personal to you. That's separate from Lady Gaga.
That's personal to me.
That's separate from Lady Gaga.
Think about me every night. I'm joking.
Do the gay news.
Okay.
I'm excited to hear.
So, hello everyone. Should I pretend this is a table? And I'm speaking at the table. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Chaotic Duo news segment. Tonight, in the gay portion of the news, we are going to speak about. Firstly, we are going to speak about a international news, and secondly, we are going to speak about a local news. Starting off with the international news, May have just got released. Everyone, woo! Shout out to the Little Monster celebrating Mayhem.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was listening. Woo! Yeah, Mayhem.
Yes. So yeah, Lady Gaga released her 7th studio album, Mayhem, and it's amazing. Go listen to it, go stream it, dance to it, post your TikToks, do whatever you want, and be happy. In a second news that we have today, this is the most wild story I ever heard. So basically, for those of you who don't know, in Hampstead in London, there's a cruising tree. There's a cruising spot. And the locals started to complain about it. They said, we are not in the 90s anymore. We don't need to hide. Cruising needs to stop. And now there's a petition to stop the cruising spot in Hampstead. What the fuck is that?
Wait, what is that? What is the cruising spot?
Do you know what cruising is?
If I did, I wouldn't ask what's a cruising spot.
Okay, cruising is when two people are having intercourse outside, or like intimate connections outside. Okay. And it's just like in a public space.
I thought it was dogging.
For the straights, I believe. I don't know. It's called cruising, basically. Yeah. And essentially, there is a massive cruising scene in Hampstead. There's been going on for like years and years and years. It's like, I would say it's like an iconic part of London queer scene. And
fucking outside?
No, that spot in particular. Everyone knows where it is. It's just in Hampstead.
What's iconic about having sex outside?
It's going back to the roots of like, gays being, oppressed and everything. Stop interrupting my gay news. Anyway, the locals are trying to close that down, and it's so hilarious that people are even complaining about this because it's hidden in the woods. It's not like, on the dog path or whatever. So, yeah, I think, let people do whatever they want. I understand, obviously, please don't get caught. Like, don't cruise. I feel like there's other legal ways to do that. But I found it, and I was just baffled about it.
I'm glad you ended it with don't cruise, because you started it off with, it's a historical part. It's like if there was like public beheading. It's like, oh, well, it's part of our history, so we did this.
Burn the witch! Burn the witch!
No, don't fuck outside. In the winter?
Everywhere. No, every season, every day of the month, it's crazy. And it's been going like that. They call it the cruising tree in Hampstead. There's a specific tree in Hampstead where everyone is. And
okay, let me just start by saying I'm against anybody having sex outside. Okay? Don't have sex outside. Find a place to have sex. Okay? And find a place to have sex safely. Why the fuck would you want to fuck outside? And why would you want to keep the tradition going? Like, if it wasn't a tradition and it was just like, that's just, people do a lot of fucking that. Cool. But like, why is it a let's protect our land moment?
Let's protect our land.
It's not like.
But it's so wild because we also had a different sport in, I mean, not we, because I was not part of the cruising scene in London, but...
we don't know that.
We don't know that, but...
That was an indictment on you, and you said we don't know that. Like, All right.
Yeah, but basically there was another one in I can't really remember. It's somewhere in Soho, next to Liberty.
Of course it's in Soho.
Next to Liberty. It was closed before I came to the UK, or like straight after, or something like that.
Just missed
I know,
that.
I just missed that. But it was an amazing, not amazing, but like it was a massive public toilet in Soho where people were just letting it loose there. But they closed that down because of cruising. And still to this day, there's news outlets like from gay media that speak about like, oh, they closed the cruising spots, you know, like blah, blah, blah. That was an iconic part of like the 90s and the 80s. So yeah, that concludes our news segment for the gay.
Well, thank you for that. That was really informational. Yeah, I'm gonna go over to the straight news. Nah, I'm not gonna do all the theatrics. Welcome to the straight part of the news, of the chaotic duo news. Mine is pretty simple actually. Mine is so straight that I think a lot of people would check out. So I'm gonna make it as quick as possible. It's gonna be football related. Okay. Yesterday, Liverpool were knocked out of the Champions League round of 16, which is great, which is amazing because we didn't. Personally, as an Arsenal fan, I'm an Arsenal fan. If you're not an Arsenal fan out there, go fuck yourself. I say that just off the bat of, you know, fandom, not necessarily because I want you to go fuck yourself. Yeah, Liverpool are knocked out, which means they don't get to win across every single competition. Of course, they're probably going to win the Champions League, the Premier League now, which is disheartening for an Arsenal fan, simply because we are second and we've been chasing the Premier League for 3 years now. My bold prediction for the Champions League is that I believe that Arsenal Football Club will win the Champions League. Now, let me say this. About 3 years ago, when I used to work somewhere else, I predicted who was going to come fourth, who was going to win the Champions League, who was going to win the Premier League, and who was not going to make the Champions League position. You have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. You're just like, very interesting.
I know the Champions League because I know when it ends, concerts finally are allowed on stadiums. So,
okay.
Yeah.
My bold prediction is that Arsenal Football Club is going to win the Champions League, and we're going to do it in immense fashion. Because again, you've seen us do some incredible things in the Champions League. Just because it's a different competition, I think the Premier League is obviously out of our hands at the moment, and certain things have been put in place to make us not get where we need to be. And I think those factors do not exist in the Champions League, even though we've lost our striker, we've lost very significant players. I just think luck is on our side on that competition, and certain things, like I said, that have hindered us in the Premier League will not hinder us in the Champions League. You know what I'm hinting at? It's the referees. I think it's just fair game. It's a lot better officiating, and yeah, I think that concludes my bold prediction. I don't think I have anything else to say in straight news.
And that was our news segment.
Thank you. Thank you for listening.
You see, I came out with a song.
Sure.
Thank you. Tune in next week for other straight and gay news. Only here on the Chaotic Duo.
I would actually say your gay news was way better than my straight news. I did not know
obviously.
I didn't know about cruising, and very interesting that is something that people want to fight for.
But it's okay.
We don't need to go into it.
I'm just gonna say that I don't know if it's the fighting of like let me fuck outside as much as is more of like this is a space that is ours and now you're trying to take it away from us, even if it's a bad connotation related to it.
Listen,
and that falls
stop right there. The bad connotation is why this is irrelevant.
Okay, anyway, but that concludes that.
Nobody should be fucking outside.
But I feel like that falls beautifully in our first topic of today.
What's the first topic?
Which is, queer places are starting to disappear.
Right.
And the closure...
Not in Brighton.
Sorry?
Not in Brighton.
Everywhere.
Really?
It's crazy. And like...
Well, the climate has changed a little bit.
No, it's just more of like... Okay, I'm not speaking about the cruising tree in Hampstead.
Of course, we've moved on from that.
I'm speaking about like actual establishments of like PG environments, like a bar, a club.
Yeah. Social places, yeah.
It's wild. Like in Soho, like I moved here like 2018. Soho was just queer. There were gay bars of gay bars of gay bars of gay bars. Now there's less.
Yeah.
It's palpable. And JY Bar announced that they're gonna close.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
and
interesting.
it's not gonna close, but like the owner, Jeremy, is gonna sell the rights of JY because he
Oh,
can't take it anymore.
It doesn't close. It's just you
That's
guys,
my point.
You guys don't buy stuff enough, even though you have a very good amount of capital.
Bars, Soho Bar used to be super, super queer, now it's straight. And I think,
Why do you think that is?
first of all, drinking culture. Not a lot, like Gen Zs don't like to drink. It's statistically, like millennials drink more than Gen Zs. Gen Zs prefer like a different way of outdoorsy activity.
What is that?
Like drugs, an escape room, you know, an activity.
What do you
like,
mean an escape room?
You know what's an escape room?
Oh, like that's the activity that you guys.
Yeah. Like you go to an escape room, you go to a theater, you go to a restaurant, you might go to a bar, but it might not drink as much. And like the thing is, like for a bar to function, you need the money, you know. And I feel like a lot of queer places recently have been struggling to keep afloat. First of all, of course, COVID affected everything, but that happened like so many years ago. But you know, recently. I know it's not in the UK, but like in America, a bar in Milwaukee? Yes, that one.
Milwaukee?
Yes.
Moana?
Somewhere in America, a bar called...
It's a great song, actually. Somewhere in America, Miley Cyrus is still twerking. It's a great song. You don't know this song.
No, but I know Miley Cyrus.
It's a Jay-Z song.
Okay, no.
Do you know what the metaphor is for? Somewhere in America, Miley Cyrus is still twerking?
He said that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you know what he meant when he said that?
No.
It's interesting. Miley Cyrus is representation of white girl.
Yes.
Right? White girl is another representation of cocaine. Somewhere in America.
Right. right.
Sorry, tangent. Keep going.
Okay. Yeah.
In Milwaukee, bars are closing,
Yeah,
etc.
a bar in Milwaukee that is super, super, super popular. Trixie Mattel, which is one of the most famous drag queens in, I would say, the world, if not just America, owned that. They just closed it.
I don't only think that it's about bar struggling. I also think that the climate is changed.
No, the culture changed. The gay culture changed.
Not the gay culture. I'm talking about the. You've seen a lot of people taking all this bullshit that we're seeing with the DEI and all of these things, right? With Big T being in office, right? We know that people are now turning their backs on something they said they were a part of.
But when
it was more beneficial for them to be a part of it, and they're only hiding to see for him to go away. Once he goes away, they'll be back on the bandwagon.
No, I understand that, but it's like gay bars were primarily for gay people anyway. It's not
yeah,
like
but it's confusing to me when we know that gay people, especially gay people, have more money than straights because there's a little bit less responsibility in terms of what they have to take care of. So if the gay money isn't being spent in the gay community, where is the gay money going?
That's a very good point, actually. Please go to bars, you know, support local drag, support local community, support, you know, your local gay community, because sooner or later that's going to be gone, honey. And you don't want that. But you don't understand, like...
Do you think it's the lack of diversity in the activities that's been presented to a younger crowd, or do you think it's because people... Obviously, businesses are being run by millionaires, and the millionaires are moving away from that because they want to appease a different crowd.
No, a lot of bars, like I said, the one in Milwaukee is owned by a drag queen, which is part of the queer community. They did not close it because they were like, oh, I don't want to make money anymore. They closed it because they were struggling financially. Jeremy, who is a very, very popular queer person in London that owns Heaven nightclub, and, you know, also owned JY Late, which also closed down last year.
Yeah.
You know, now he's selling the rights for JY because they're struggling to make money. Like, it's so crazy.
Do you think that's because there's a lack of cruising in the bars? It's a serious question. It's a serious question.
No, JY never had the cruising scene. There's bars in London that had the cruising scene. Not like in your face. It was not known for that.
Okay, but do you think maybe they cracked down on it and then people were like,
no.
Nah. Do you think maybe it's the lack of drugs allowed in places?
No.
So it's just people taking their dollars and their pounds somewhere else?
Yes, and it's more of like, for you to understand, like, now you need to come up with a gimmick. JY was doing, in January and February, they were doing deals of like £3 for like a drink, or like...
It's not really a gimmick, it's just
no, but like
sales.
It's sales, but like, I'm sorry, but you know the prices in London, they're quite high.
Yeah.
if you go down to like a £3 for a drink just to invite people to come in, that means
but
you're desperate.
generally speaking, gay bars have been a lot more favorable when it came to what they're pricing. Like I know a gay bar. Obviously, I lived in Luton. There's a gay bar. I can't remember what it's called now. There's a gay bar there, and the one of the selling points was that it's really cheap. Like you can go there, and a lot of straight people would go there and they'd be like, the drinks are cheaper. You might find some straight girls in there and do whatever you need to do.
Something else that it destroys the queer
Oh
scene
my
are
goodness.
the straights.
Oh my.
And I'm being
goodness.
dead serious. You don't understand. I Go to Heaven is one of my favorite clubs in
This
London.
ties into another amazing conversation, but I'll let you finish.
Thank you.
Yes,
You sounded like Kanye West. Be like,
I'll let you finish.
I will let you finish, but Beyonce deserved that.
She did, but we won't talk about it.
Okay. Straight people infiltrate the gay scene, and guess what?
Mm-hmm.
It's actually affecting it. Not because more people coming to, let's say, heaven. More people coming to heaven means more sales, but actually, the more straights they let in, the less gay people come.
Why?
Because nowadays we don't have segregation as much as before, but, and I know we should not be like this, but a lot of places feel sacred to us. When straight girls come there, and like a lot of straight guys as well, to pull the straight girls come into our safe space, is not a safe space anymore.
What about a straight guy going in to pick up a bi girl?
Why?
Why not?
Go to your bar. You're a straight man. Leave me to dance on Abracadabra the whole night alone. I don't want you there.
So you're saying there should be segregation in the clubs that belong to the gays and the clubs that belong to the gays, to the straights and belong to the gays.
I don't think there should be segregation, but I feel like in a world where, yes, we have pride, yes, we have all the rights, almost all the rights.
Yes, you have allies as well.
Yeah, we have allies as well, but like, if you come there with a friend, let's say like if I'm coming to heaven with you and probably like with your girl and like with your friends that are straight, that's fine.
So
but if you go there by yourself to pick a girl, it's more of like, why are you there? You can pick a girl somewhere else.
One thing, I don't know, but the percentage of what I know, people don't go there by themselves. They go there with girls, they go there with girls who are gay, they go there with girls who might be straight, and who go to see their friends. Hold on. Is it a safety thing? What is it?
Yes. It's more of like...
What is the percentage of something happening in a gay club, predominantly gay club, by a straight guy to a gay guy or to a gay girl?
I don't know. Like I don't know the statistics.
You don't know because there are no statistics.
But the thing is, like,
I think
it's just like
I think there is a disdain for straight men and straight women from the gay community, just like there is a disdain from in the opposite.
But I just feel like
I don't understand it. As a business person, I could give a fuck who comes in.
No, but like, think about it. So last month I went to this amazing event in London that was, I know this sounds very rude, but it was men's only. It was not men's only, it was gay men only.
Yeah.
I loved it. Because it was just like, it's my community. I want to spend time with my community, you know? And like, of course, like, other plateaus of like LGBTQ plus people should be there. But I just feel like when we are surrounded by, you know, straight people all the time, and when we are, you know, going to work and doing everything surrounded by straight people, I'm being honest with you, I want to spend 5 hours every week or like every other week surrounded by my people, enjoying the music I like with the people that I know they're gonna enjoy it, and the people that are there to have fun.
I never quite understood that.
It's more of like a safety thing, and it's also a tradition.
It's always been crazy to me when people are in favor of segregation, especially when we live amongst each other.
Yes.
I never quite understood that because it exists in every single community. Right? There's communities, you know, you have the whites who are like, oh, we want to go have a party that's just country music or whatever the fuck, right? White country music.
Okay.
You have black people who are like, oh, this is a black only party, or you know, black only relationships, etc.
Yes.
You have gay people who are like, oh, we want a gay only event, blah 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 blah. But then everybody's screaming, accept us and understand our culture, and also integrate our culture, because we want to see our culture on TV, we want to see our culture on the main street, but let us have our spaces. But because your point is not dangerous. Your point is, hey, sometimes I want to go spend certain time with people. But that ideal is never ever like pure.
But you know what's my problem?
The deeper it gets.
You know what's my problem? When I'm in a gay club, I will pick someone up. I will speak with someone. And you know how frustrating or like actually embarrassing is to speak with someone and like I flow with them, blah, blah, blah. They might flow with me back because they're friendly. And like when things come up, be like, spicy. They're like, oh, sorry, like, I'm not gay. I'm like, why did you let me on doing whatever? Like, what? No.
Who the hell's flirting?
Fuck off, go home, and go to your straight bar.
You can't tell who's a gay man?
Sometimes, no.
Did you tell me you have a gaydar?
Everyone has a gaydar.
Did you lose it?
I lost it.
You lost it?
I lost it.
Okay.
You know why?
Yeah.
I've been waiting 5 years for a Gaga album. That gaydar left me, honey, because I was forced to listen to the straight music.
Yeah. See, the difference is if I went into a straight club and I was talking to a girl and I was flirting with her and she was flirting me back.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, can I have your number? And she was like, oh no, I'm gay. I'm a reasonable man and a upstanding member of society. I'd just be like, oh, apologies, like, excuse me.
I understand that, but guess what? It was not a gay bar.
What was it?
No, you flirting with someone and they rejected you because they were
No,
queer.
I'm saying it was a straight.
Yeah, it was like just like a mixed thing. That's my point. It's like we don't have straight only bars.
Do you think so that you think in 2025 that
we should not have straight only bars, but we should have.
Why should we have gay only bars?
Because guess what? Homophobia is on the rise. Okay. You know, the far rights are on the rise. Do we heal
homophobia by segregating ourselves? Because a safe space is never really a safe space. Once you start to go, it depends on the person. You as a person, upstanding member of society, you have your brain screwed on, right? You go there because you want a safe space. I don't know. And then there's people who are, for me, borderline on mentally ill, where it's not just about having a safe space, it's about having a space that doesn't include anybody else. And they're like, oh my God, that's disgusting that you're straight, and I don't even want to see you and why you're here. And if they were given a chance, there are some gays who would hang a straight person for being straight. But
the thing is that...
Hold on, let me finish my point. That is my issue with segregation. It never stops at, we just want our space, because there's always a crowd.
Okay, so
it always creates a crowd that wants to kill all the straights, or in most recent history, kill all the gays.
Okay, let me just say this.
Kill all the blacks.
Let me just say this.
Yeah, go.
If you're going to a gay bar, respect gay culture.
Yeah.
The problem is straight people coming to the gay bar and claiming their own.
Okay, how about this? Keep your gaydar on you. And don't lose that shit.
It's not about flirting. It's more of like, oh my God, and it boils my piss when like straight girls.
Wait, what? Boils my piss? What is that?
Do you not know the expression? It like frustrates me.
It boils my blood.
Blood.
New Petre tag, boils his piss. I thought it was a gay expression. Did you just come up with that? You made a mistake. Okay, for future reference, don't say that, because boil my piss, I don't even think you could use that in like normal conversation without someone going, whoa, I don't want to hear about your boiled piss.
It boils my blood. Yes. It boils me, just, literally in a slow cooker.
Yeah.
You know, straight white girls, stop fucking getting wasted because you look stupid, you look messy, and you're a fool, bitch.
What if she's a straight presenting girl that hasn't quite figured out that she's actually fluid?
You can tell, honey.
Hold on.
Hold on.
How long does it take someone to come out the closet?
Years.
Exactamundo.
I'm just saying.
So if someone
whoa.
Someone can be on their journey of finding out if they're gay or not.
I'm just saying.
And you are here saying, get the fuck out, bitch.
No, I'm just saying. A lot of straight girls go to clubs and they get so wasted and they act like they own the place. And I'm like, know your fucking space. This is not your space. This is mine. You are here. You are welcome to be here because we welcome everyone because the queer community is inclusive. But don't try to feel like, oh, I'm a girl. So, no, because I'm in this gay place, I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want because the gays are going to protect me. I'm like, no, girl. You first of all, you're spilling drinks on me because you're so wasted you can't even stay straight. Mm-hmm. You are literally kicking my feet and like, just like, no, take your mini skirt and take your crop top and go to BR1.
That's fine.
Go to Siemens, stay there. I'm staying in heaven because I like it.
Yeah.
And I know that that's the problem with straight places. Oh my God, I'm getting so heated. That's the problem with straight places.
I think it might be that chair that gets people heated, because I was heated last episode.
That's the problem with straight places. They don't play the good pop music. The girls are going to heaven because they know they're gonna listen to Sabrina Carpenter. They know they're gonna hear Abracadabra. They know they're gonna listen to Katy Perry.
That's a different thing because straight women don't actually take interest in straight men. It's very true because you go in there and if you were to play like I don't know a rap song that boys like, girls would be like, oh.
No, but like also
Most majority of girls, not saying every.
there's a lot of straight boys that go to heaven, and honey, I'm telling you, when Bad Romance comes on, everyone is on the dance floor.
Well,
straight,
let's be
gay,
clear.
whatever.
I think I've said this before. Lady Gaga did have an era where everybody knew a song from Lady Gaga because the industry was pushing her.
Yes.
It's a little bit different now because he's only pushing her to the little monsters.
But I feel like
because she has a core fan base. But that's a separate
But I
topic.
feel like Abracadabra pushed to other genres. It's on the radio. It's massive in the UK. You know, at the moment.
Petre. We can get to that when we get to that, but my opinion on Abracadabra is that it only works for the gays and the little monsters. That's it.
That's your opinion.
Abracadabra. I'm talking to you as a straight man. I'm talking to you as a straight man who like paparazzi, who like Judas, who like
Why
Bad
is it not
Romance,
working?
who like Poker Face. Even though Poker Face, everybody was like, oh, you know what she's talking about, right? And boys used to laugh about that because, you know, they're talking about a blowjob, right?
Yeah. No.
Poker Face.
Poker Face.
Yes. She played with that. It's the play of words. Okay. If you understood rap, like somewhere in America, where I just told you, you would understand that it was a triple entendre. I think she had on there. Okay. Straight boys like Lady Gaga. What we're saying is that era that she was able to do that and be successful with that and cross over to everybody is gone. Abracadabra is not going to do that. It's only going to do that for the LGBTQ plus community
and that's fine.
And the little monsters, and that's fine. But don't confuse it.
To conclude the topic. Yeah. Is that I understand where you're coming from. I understand where everyone is coming from.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that straight places are everywhere. There's a number of gay places that still exist.
They're closing down now, so hey.
There's a number of them that still thrive. Let's protect them. I understand gay people don't want to party anymore like before. There's actually a very good phrase from the 90s in the AIDS epidemic in America. In America in the 90s, when there was the AIDS epidemic, they used to have a very, very famous phrase. We used to bury our friends in the morning and party at night. You know, we were burying our friends in the morning and partying at night. And people, because we don't have that struggle anymore today, they forgot that pop music, dance music, disco was there for us to liberate ourselves. And the clubs, the gay clubs, were there for us to liberate ourselves, to let our inhibitions at home, to be free. Now, because we don't have those struggles, a lot of gay people don't go to the clubs anymore. You know, they prefer to do other stuff, which obviously it's fine, everyone does whatever they want. If, you know, you get joy from playing games, play games. If you enjoy, you know, doing that, do whatever you want. But what I'm saying is that if gay bars are closing, our community is burning.
But is it burning from the inside?
It's burning from both sides, inside and out. And unfortunately, it's, at the moment, is a rapid fire.
The gays are spending their money abroad.
Yes.
That's the gays' problem.
But they are spending money abroad, but not in the clubs. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because maybe people are moving away from clubs.
And I feel
maybe a safe space isn't a place you drink. Maybe a safe space is a place you play games.
And that's fine. Let's create a safe space for queer people that can do other stuff. You know, that can read a book. Let's do there's a lot of, in London at the moment, there's a lot of running clubs for gay people. Love that. No drinking involved, running being fitness,
cycling,
you know,
cycling clubs. Yeah.
There's a lot of like reading clubs for gay people. There's a lot of other, you know, clubs, to quote unquote. I just feel like the queer community is burning from in the inside. And also, unfortunately, because the straights are on our neck, the community is losing its authenticity. You know, like drag is not there anymore because they don't have places to perform anymore, you know, because other, like, gay clubs are closing, and the drag is part of the gay culture, you know. I want to hear, you know, I want to go feral listening to, like, Mayhem in a club. I want to do it at home with my friends here, but I'd rather do it with 300 other strangers. So it's like that community, you know, being in a gay place is just bringing the community together. And I feel like at the moment our community is being pushed away from us, and we are not really a community anymore.
I think you need to emphasize the point that the gays need to do a better job at keeping the space alive, and also spending their money in the places that benefit the gays, because it's the same thing that's rampant in the black community, where the black dollar, the black pound, the black dollar is not coming back into the black community,
Yeah.
which is something that's obviously destroying the community. But I also think that the plan when it comes to black people, it's much bigger than a fight that black people can fight just by themselves, because the plan is coming from people who have incredible resources and incredible connections. I think with the gay community, it's a little bit different. Of course, the climate has changed, but I also think a lot of responsibility rests on the rich gays who are not investing back into the rich
I understand.
community.
It makes sense.
Hold on. I know you understand, and I know you know it makes sense. It's just my point.
I'm really, really scared that, in 5 to 10 years, like, look, Mayhem came out, and it was really beautiful because every single gay bar was playing it. Every single gay bar done like a listening party. They invited drag queens, let's dance to it. In America, like in New York, was insane. Every single other bar was doing it. It was really beautiful. They were making like this mayhem party for the whole weekend. I don't want to go to a point where maybe in 10 years, where I'm not going to be able to do that anymore. I'm watching Eurovision every single year in a gay bar with people. I want to be able to do that for the years to come. I don't want to be at home watching Eurovision. I want to be in a bar surrounded by people. And I feel like it's scary because there's a possibility for this to disappear.
I think it's a 60-40 split between who to blame.
I'm not speaking about blame. I'm just speaking about sadness. And I feel like the gay people that are listening to this, please go to the bar.
So to advance the conversation, we obviously talked about straights being in gay spaces and that being a problem for the LGBTQ plus community. Doechii said something earlier.
Right.
I think it was maybe earlier this week or
I like
maybe last week. Yeah, everybody loves Doechii. And she said that she was obviously talking to her friend, and she said, and the friend said, "Oh, what do you find is a red flag when you're dating?" I believe is what she said. And she said, "Straight men."
Yes.
And did you see it?
Yes, I did.
What was your opinion on that?
I honestly...
Now, keep in mind, Doechii, from her mouth, I believe, is bi.
Yes.
Fluid.
Yes,
Yeah.
she's queer.
But I think it lends also to my point. Sorry to interrupt. It lends also to my point where, obviously, she's saying that in a very calm, casual way. But it's like a dog whistle to people who have a dangerous mindset within the LGBTQ plus community.
What do you mean dangerous mindset?
So a dangerous mindset of kill all straights.
Okay.
Because you know that exists.
No.
You're telling me that there are people within every community who are dangerously pushing a bad agenda against the people who are opposite to them.
Right.
Because it exists in every community.
Let me tell you.
Yes.
Whoever that voice might be,
Yeah.
it's so tiny, I never heard it before. They like killed all the straights. I'm sorry, but we are not
you haven't seen a trend on TikTok that says, I know it might be a trend, but it's not a pleasing trend, where it says, why would a man be there?
No. I honestly haven't seen that.
So you're telling me you've never seen anything that could be considered dangerous territory for coming from the gay community to the
I
straight
heard
community?
it when we see straight people in the club, I'm like, why they're here, blah, blah, blah.
No,
but
not that.
Physically.
No.
Online, no, I
Let me
haven't.
reiterate my point. In every single community, in the white community, there's people who want to get rid of all black people.
Yeah.
There's, in the black community, there's people who want to get rid of all white people. There's straight people who want to get rid of all gay people. There's gay people who want to get rid of all straight people.
Right.
Right?
No.
You don't believe that exists?
No.
Because of ignorance, or because you haven't seen it, which is ignorance, or because
No, it's not ignorant.
Because you think it doesn't exist.
I haven't seen it.
But do you think it exists?
Maybe for a very small group of people.
Petre.
I understand
we know it exists in every group of people.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
Gay people know that we need straight people to survive.
But do you not think there are some gay people who don't believe that they...
There might be, but
Okay.
I don't think... Okay, let me tell you something. How many gay people did you saw go into a straight bar and shooting everyone up?
Oh, nobody.
How many
one
straight
from my
people
camp.
did you saw going inside of a gay bar and shooting people up?
Probably loads in history.
Exactly.
Yeah.
My point being.
Okay, so...
There might be a voice,
That point...
but it's not big enough. And it would never be big enough. because we follow straight people.
Yeah. So you essentially it's the point that black people make and say we can't be racist.
I'm not saying that.
No. But it's a similar point. You're saying that gays don't do that because you've never done that.
But the thing is, like, I think there's some gay people that do that. I just don't think it's a big enough of a group. And
but do you believe that there is a group? However tiny it is, there is a group.
I mean, there might be, because there's a group for everything.
Okay.
I'm very confused.
No. Don't be confused. My face is because if you told me that, if you asked me, are there some black people that hate white people? I'd be like, of course. There's a large majority. It's not surprising to me.
I think there's a difference.
If a group of people have oppressed you for years, there are going to be some people who can't let go of that pain.
Yes.
And that pain will turn into anger, which could then turn into action.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
But what I'm saying is that it's different.
Why? Oh, okay. Let me say.
What do you mean, why?
Let me say I agree because there are also black people who say black people can't be racist to white people.
But and I disagree with that point.
So you think black people can be racist to white people?
Yes.
So hold on.
I also believe black people can be racist to other black people.
Of course. So then you must believe that there are gay people who hate straight people.
There might be, but I don't think it's a big group.
Might be. And the other point, if you say you know that there are black people who are racist to white people, but you say maybe there are
because
gay people
I've
who
seen
hate...
it.
No. You've never seen a gay person that hates a straight person? That hates straight people in general?
To its core, no.
What is it?
Like
playful hate?
As I said, I've seen people complaining in the club like, oh, why they're here, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But in terms of like, oh, I'm so uncomfortable. Like, I've seen people being uncomfortable to be surrounded by straight men because like, you know, oppression and everything. But I never seen like, oh, I hate them, blah blah blah.
Okay, so you think a black person can be racist to a white person and a black person can be racist to themselves. That's absolutely true. A black person can be racist to a white person. When you say that to a black person, they go, no, because I don't have enough capital to be able to actually affect any white people. Right? If you say I hate a white person, I can't take a job from a white person because I don't have the capital to be able to do that. Right? I can't take food from a white person's mouth. I can't.
Why?
I don't have the capital to do that. I work for another white person.
Right?
There's very few black millionaires and billionaires enough for us to be able to do anything that's substantial in this side of the world. Right? And when you do try something, you get there and you realize, oh, there is another white person above you. Always another white person above you in this side of the world. Right. That's the argument that black people make against being racist to white people. So, but you say it. Hold on. Let me finish my point. But you say that it exists, right? So in the gay community, I'm not trying.
No, you're literally trying to pull teeth out of my mouth.
I'm not trying
you
to.
Are.
I'm trying to get you to understand that if you believe that exists within the black community, then it must exist within the gay community. Because you guys, because the only reason I'm saying that is because there's been enough suffering for that to be there.
Yeah.
You like people have been lynched, burnt, killed, beheaded, castrated, stripped of their dignity. You don't think that people will read that history and develop a really, really strong amount of hate inside of their bones?
Okay, first of all,
I'm not talking within the gay community when I said all of those things.
Just between the gay community?
Within the gay community. People have been burned, killed.
Okay, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Majority of the gay people have straight parents.
Right.
Majority of gay people, no majority. The people that are fortunate to have, siblings, they probably have straight siblings.
Yeah.
Some of them have queer siblings, okay, but that's not the point. We are surrounded by straight people.
Yeah.
Some of our friends, if not most, are straight.
Yes. Wait, so
I don't like.
So hold on.
What?
Hold on. So for a black person,
if I was born in a gay family, if I went to a gay school, if I went in a gay village, stay there all my life.
That's how you develop hate for the straight?
The segregation, yes.
You think people can only develop hate when they're segregated?
No, but I feel like the hate that like for it to come is like.
You're talking
no
about...
one is born... Okay, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
No one is born racist. No one is born homophobic. No one is born with hate.
Yeah.
You learn that from somewhere.
Okay.
You learn that.
Let me dispel that point. You're born into the world. The world is a nice split between everything,
Right.
which means the world is as much love as it is hate.
Right.
So when you are born, you are as much hateful as you can be.
Baby, I was born this way.
You have 2 more of those, by the way, remember. When you're born into this world, you're born into a world that's 50 hate, 50% love. Which
Right.
means once you're born, you start to make those choices.
I'm sorry, but when I grew up, my family did not teach me to hate
that
anyone.
is not what I'm talking. I'm not talking about you. We know you. Everybody knows you. They know that you're a nice person.
No, what
and
I'm
you wouldn't
saying-
do that. Please understand me. I'm not trying to push you to.
You are, because you're trying to
No.
make me agree with your point.
I'm not trying to make you to agree with my
Then
point.
let it go.
I'm trying to get you to understand my point.
I understand your point,
What you're
but do I
talking
agree
about,
with it? No.
What you're talking about is action. I'm talking about simply hating the straight community. There must be people that exist. Are you telling me there
Okay, if you hate the straight community,
Yeah.
then why are you going to the cinema to watch every single
Because
film that
it's
there
just
is?
like how a white person can't escape a black person if they hated them. You live in a world where we all
You
together.
can. You go to South America.
No. We're talking about you're born here, your family's
Yeah.
here, everything that you have is here. You have to interact with other people.
I'm pretty sure there's a lot of racist people that don't consume any media from black people.
It's not about consuming media. You don't have to consume media. If
Interacting with people in real life.
If you're a racist, right? Wherever you go, service industry, banking industry, teaching industry, you're going to come across a race that you don't like.
Right.
It's the same with gays. You're going to be surrendered by
Okay,
straights.
stop.
You can't
Okay,
escape.
I think that's the problem with straight people.
Yeah.
Stop painting us as the villain. We are not the villain in this story. We are not the villain in this story. Gay people are trying to live harmoniously with everyone. Stop painting us as a villain. And that is another problem. I'm not saying that you are red media, but that's another problem that the red media is trying to portray on the internet. It's like, oh, hate people are evil, gay people are evil, gay people die gay. No.
Okay.
Like,
The reason why I try to explain myself properly, I'm
Right.
not trying to convince you, but the reason I'm trying to explain myself properly is so that you can get the point I'm trying to say.
I get the
Anybody
point.
that's been oppressed to a point where the people within those groups have been killed and been
Right.
castrated, have been casted out, are going to develop some sort of hate towards the other group. It's just the way it exists.
There might
I'm not trying to
be.
get you to understand the fact that you're saying there might be. That doesn't exist. What I'm trying to get you to understand is, in terms of every other group that's been oppressed, that doesn't exist. There is a group. There is a certain amount of people that have hate for the other people that oppress them. It exists within every community. The fact that you're trying to say it doesn't exist within the gay community,
I
and you're
didn't
trying to
say
say,
that
hold
exists.
on, and you're trying to say that I'm trying to vilify the gay community.
You are.
Is not correct.
You've
The
been
gay
trying for the last
community-
10 minutes to
Listen,
make
if
me
you-
agree
if-
with you.
I'm not trying to get you to agree with me. I'm trying to get you to say that you believe that there is nobody in the gay community.
I didn't say that there's no one.
Okay.
I said that there might be people, which there is not a big group. I didn't saw it on social media. I didn't saw it in real life. Like, stop trying to paint the queer community as the villain. We are not the villain in this story.
This is not about the queer community. If it was about the queer community, then what I said about black people would be about the black community. Not every black person hates a white person, but there are certain black people
No,
that
but
hate white.
it's tangible. You see it, you feel it, you know it. That's what I'm trying to say. You see it. Even with racism from like white to black, you see it, you heard it, you know about it. This whole thing of like gay people hating straight people.
Okay, that is separate to my point. You haven't seen extremists within the gay community. And the gay community is not an extremist group by any terms. What I'm saying is that there might be some people who have some dangerous ideals within it.
Stop painting us in a bad light. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, are you an extremist?
I don't think so.
Absolutely.
Actually, wait.
Absolutely
With Lady Gaga,
not.
yes.
What,
But I'm not an extremist.
You're not. I don't.
Because I'm
okay,
not
let me
gonna- I'm not gonna
explain
kill
what-
anyone.
Exactly. You're not an extremist. There are plenty of gay people who are not extremists, but there will be extremists within the gay community.
Let's move on, please. We've been speaking about it for half an hour.